Hello, my name is Sagar and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel IT Molecules. I hope so you are doing wonderful and great in whatever you are doing in your personal life as well as in your professional life. Again, welcome to the series of Becoming a Business Analyst. This is going to be the second video of this series. Hope you remember the first video and you have already gone through the first video that I have conducted before. If not, please go through this playlist, Think Like a BA, and just go ahead and watch the first video. Let's have a quick recap about that what we have learned in the first class. So this is something about me, from where we got to know about who I means this particular course is going to be beneficial for whom, or who can be a good business analyst, who can do good business analysis, right? What we are going to learn, then who is a business analyst. We have learned about 5 why, what are the roles and responsibilities of a BA, right? And I believe we have already also talked about roadmap to become means it is also possible we have come across that the way that others are doing it, it is possible that it is working fine for them, but it is not a good fit for you. uh, then we have learned about the roadmap to becoming a successful business analyst. So first we have to understand the role, learn the core skills, kind of something like to become so that we can apply for jobs. And these are some things. And what are the tools that are required, right? What are the different things that a business analyst have to learn? So we are going to learn the core skills. We are going to understand the role. First, these are the two things that is coming into my mind, and this second class is particularly dedicated about the same. Oh, so without wasting time, let's move forward. So all the things that we are going to learn about the business analysis uh, will be from BABOK. Basically, it is a book published by International Institute of Business Analysis, IIBA, and that IIBA used to provide some certification that you can see on the right, uh, like ECBA, CCBA, CBAP, CCA, CPOA, right? These are some sort of certification. But as per me, these all are most of them are paid certifications, and as per me, for a business analyst that have experience less than 3 years, I would not suggest them to go ahead and appear for these certifications because these are costly. You means we are going to talk about this certification part in a different video, right? So these are some terminologies that how can we appear, what are the prerequisites for ECBA, CCBA, CBAP, and CBATL, right? Now we have already discussed about who is a business analyst in the previous video, so I'm going to recap it again. So who is a business analyst, right? So we do you remember with the 5 whys that we are going to ask to the stakeholder to define that what is basically the problem they are facing, right? Then and why they require something. You remember the restaurant, the example that I have given for restaurant, right? So we have asked about the 5 questions, and so here we I have described that a good BA is who closely look over the process and suggest continuous improvement or recommend some solutions that enable some change or make some difference in the existing, or I can say so, as is situation to be situation that converts out from as is to be, that add values to the stakeholders. What that means? That basically means, let's suppose that if you are a BA and you are providing some kind of a solution. Let's suppose uh, you are saying so just create an application from where the customers can order food online. You remember the last example. Basically we are relating to the last example only. So this is adding the value to the stakeholders, right? Because it is relatable. But somehow, what will happen that if you are going to say, uh, then just wrote down the feedback from the customer side on an Excel sheet and try to contact them each and every day. Yes, somehow it can be logical, but I don't think so. I don't find out it at all, right? So from here, according to me, that what we have currently learned, that a business analyst is someone who closely look at the current process, right, and continuously looking out for improvements that suggest some solutions that enable some change and that add some values to the stakeholder, right? I hope so that you agreed with me, and I hope so that you understood what I've said. Thereafter, in this particular video, we are going to understand about a concept called business analysis core concept model. Basically, these are the fundamental things that a business analyst have to learn about those, and this is not something new. If you are a analyst uh, right now, and if you are aspirant to business analyst, certainly I believe that. You find it somehow boring, but yes, I make sure that I will play a role in such a way that you find it interesting. But it is important. That is why that I have called it out here. So this is something, and why it is important. Because let's suppose that if you are uh, from very preschool, like you are in KG, or you are in your very first class. So whenever you are going to learn any language or you are going to learn mathematics, what is the first thing that you are going to learn? So it is very simple, numeric, one, two, three, right? Integers. I cannot say it just numbers, one, two, three, four, five, something like that, and you will count down to nine only, right? So this is something. This is very core. These are the fundamental things that you have to learn. So here, you can see in the diagram, you can see need, stakeholder, value, context, solution, change, right? So even though it is very visible over here, uh, but for better understanding, I'm going to give you some examples so that you can relate. And and to be honest, before proceeding further, let me very clear that this video I'm not promoting for me. This video is not for those who are going to appear for CBAP examination or any certification that you are having. This is just to learn the business analyst from the core. If you understand, means certainly it is going to help you in those examinations. But I am not aiming that. I do not have a goal, some kind of that. Yes. So this here we are going to learn business analysis in a playing manner, in a gaming manner, right? So here are six. Basically, here there are six components that has been written over here. Here, need, stakeholder, value, context, solution, and change. Right. And each and every one we are going to learn from an example. And hope so. You know that what basically. Let me ask, what basically the context is. If I am going to ask you, what will you answer? Just write down it in the comment box, right? Secondly, what do you mean by value? What do you mean by change? What do you mean by stakeholder? Yeah, I believe stakeholder you can understand. What do you mean by need? What do you mean by solution? Right. So, those who are new learners and wants to know them, let's take an example over here. So, let's suppose you are a staff at library, right? You are a staff at library, and before that, now what happened? That you are managing the data in Excel format. you are using Excel for managing data. That if anybody is publishing the book from, basically it is a private library, right? And if anybody is uh, publishing the book, you are managing the data in the Excel. Somehow this data is too big now, and it is very hard to handle. It is very hard to handle, right? So means let's means this data is very big, and it is hard to handle. Now, according to you, means it is a problem, or it means it is a problem or an opportunity for you. Means on everyday basis, there are approximately 200 to 300 people uh, used to publish the used to publish the books from your library. Before that, it was only 10 or 20 a day. But now this time it has been 10 times 10x, right? So it is a, according to you, this is an opportunity, or this is a problem to you? You are getting my point, what I'm trying to say? Oh yeah. So I believe this is going to be a chaos for you, right? Because somehow you have to maintain the data. Somehow you have to manage the data, right? And uh, and for doing so, what could be me? Let's think from the perspective of a BA. What could be a resolution for the same? What could be a solution that we can provide? So, if you can see over here, it certainly be that if it is possible that we can start managing data over the cloud. For an example, we can use AWS, right? This is Miss. I'm giving just the examples that can help you out for your understanding. So here it is written. What is context? If you can see, uh, Miss, there is no any the structure does not contain any hierarchy that it should be like that only. But I'm starting with the context. So what do you mean by what do you understand by need here, right? So, first let's understand the context. So, context is something, I believe it is the reason behind the need. And it is also written over here that context is the circumstances surrounding the change, right? Somehow it is hard to understand. That's why I written it out here. That context is something that the reason behind the need. And what is the reason behind the need? So the reason was it was the data was massive. What are the issues that the staff were facing at that moment of time? Can you think of the same? Yeah, there could be n number of, like, slowness. If you have to find out some data, hard to find. So it is very hard to find out data. Hard to find out the data. Thereafter, we can say duplicate data. Yeah, it is possible now that a person has already registered, then again it is means he or she is again registering, and you are because it is a manual work, right? So these are this kind of something that the the staff was facing before. Now, so because of that, they are in a need. So need could be a problem or an opportunity. For the staff, for the lower staff, if I would say, it is a problem. I hope so you are agree. Because it is hard to manage data, but for higher management means the higher management who is owning the library, for them it is an opportunity. For them it is an opportunity. Why so? Because if the number are increasing, basically it is going to increase in the financial terms. They are going to gain more money, right? So a problem, or sorry, a need could be a problem, or need could be an opportunity. Like for you, if you are working in the library, for you it is a problem. And if you are working in any company like so that used to provide the cloud solution, then for you it is an opportunity, right? So now this company, as the solution that has been suggested over here was cloud, and that cloud is connected with the user interface, that is an application. So what are the changes that now the staff is going to feel? So what do you mean by changes over here? What do you mean understand by the changes? So changes are basically the experience while or after using the new solution, right? Means what does that mean? Means before that the staff was using Excel for maintaining the data, but right now let's take a pause here and try type down in the comment box that what basically the changes you can assume that the staff members are going to experience, right? And write down in the comments. So, till that, I am going to write down here that now this is an application, so everybody will have the username and password, right? They have to uh, means learn, or they have to go through the training to use that. True, agreed. Uh, there could be something like password change policy. Means you have means if you are working somewhere, you have seen something like that. You have to change your password in every 15 days, 30 days, or 45 days, whatever it would be. But yes, certainly you have to, right? So what these are some kind of changes that the staff is going to feel. Now, what do we understand by the value? Means what values and what are the benefits that the staff will experience after implementing this solution? So as you can see here that means it got means uh, better efficiency, password protected, means the large data can be managed easily. These are some examples, like you can see also here. It is cost saving, flexibility, 24/7 availability, reliability, unlimited storage. Yeah, this is not unlimited storage, you have to pay for it, right? Easy backups, yeah, certainly you have to create backup for the same. Automatic software updates, yeah, you can see it means this is just like a phone or an application that you are using on a daily basis. So there are some updates that you got on monthly basis for those applications, right? And yeah, performance, these are some positive values that we are checking out. And it could be possible that uh, you mean there are also negative values as well, right? Means each and every time before that, when you are the staff was managing the data using the Excel, so it was me no internet was required, but now this is a prerequisite, right? For using the application you should have internet access, so you are going to pay for the same again. If lower bandwidth means if the internet working, it should be means for example that I used to work on AWS. If the lower band Means if the speed of the internet is below 15 Mbps, then it stop working. It is something like that. Variation in cost. It the means it. I believe that here the cost was low, right? But if you are moving to cloud, now the cost is going to be high, right? Some agreements and the details. It is also possible that the data can be hacked. Before that, when you are working in the local stations, nobody is going to hack your data if the computer does not have the internet access. Now if you are connected to internet, there are high possibilities that your data can be hacked. Agreed? Now again, the last term, who are the stakeholders. So stakeholders are someone or individuals that got impacted or affected directly or indirectly by the change, by the solution or change. So uh, here, what do we understand by means what the stakeholders? So let's take the same example. Uh, Individuals affect directly or indirectly by the solution of the change. So now again the same thing, higher management and sorry, most of the time I used to write down it wrong. And lower management means the staff. Means the staff, right? So for higher management, for higher management, if we see, they are getting indirectly affected by this change because uh, somehow they are not going to use it directly, but they are going to, means they are going to be get beneficial by if the staff is going to use it, and the staff is someone who is directly involved in this change, right? So yeah, means again we have some, we can think like of some other, I mean we can use other examples as well as yeah. Let's suppose for example that uh, means let's say an example of Paytm, right? Do you remember that when Paytm got pushed and got boosted during the demonetization, right? So what was the context? So if we relate to here, that what was the context regarding the increase in the users of Paytm? So the context was demonetization. So who are the stakeholders? So the internal team who has built the application, the higher management who is the owner of Paytm, and we who are means the register who have used the, who are using the application. What is the need? Because it is a problem for the users that they cannot pay directly by using the hard currency. That is the reason the new era has been arrived. That is de-dollarization and use of Paytm or other UPIs as well. So, what are the changes that many people feel that it could be possible that means you have heard it about that many people has been scammed using Paytm, and it is very convenient that if you do not have money but you have mobile phone, you can directly send or receive money from anyone, right? So what is the solution? So Paytm in itself is a solution, uh, right? And what value it added? It make life easier, right? So by all of these terms, what we have understand, who is a business analyst? A business analyst is someone who enables change by defining the need and recommend solutions that valued by stakeholders. Again, what is business analysis? So, business analysis is the process of enabling change by recommending solutions and defining need that is valued by the client or the stakeholders. Right? Hope so that this video is helpful for you. If you liked it, I request you to please subscribe the channel, comment if you have any questions, and share the video if you find it useful. Thank you so much, and we are going to meet in the next video. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.